Karen never expected her plan to backfire so badly. She called 911 on my wife at the gas pump, but seconds later the cops were laughing so hard they could barely stand, all because of one tiny receipt. It was just another ordinary day at the gas station. My wife, dressed in her usual blue shirt and jeans, pulled up to fill the tank as she stood calmly at the pump. A blonde woman in a gray blazer and skirt, the type people online call a Karen, spotted her. Karen immediately twisted her face into suspicion. She picked up her phone and began yelling into it, claiming that my wife was doing something illegal at the pump. She didn't stop there. She waved her arms and shouted, trying to make a scene right in the middle of the gas station. Karen dialed 911 dramatically, her voice filled with fake panic. She told the police that my wife was stealing gas, accusing her of something she never did. My wife, instead of panicking, simply crossed her arms and waited calmly beside her car. She didn't say a word. She knew the truth was on her side. Meanwhile, customers at the station started watching, curious about what was going to happen next. Minutes later, 3 police officers pulled up in their patrol car. They stepped out, looking serious, and walked straight toward my wife. Karen immediately jumped in, pointing fingers and shouting louder. She claimed she had caught a criminal in action. The officers listened quietly, their faces stiff and professional. Then they turned to my wife, calm and confident. She explained she had just paid for her gas, and the machine had already printed her receipt. One officer asked to see the proof. My wife handed him the long printed receipt from the gas pump. The officer glanced at it, and suddenly his face changed from serious to shocked. He looked at his partners. Then all 3 of them burst into laughter. They laughed so hard they could barely keep a straight face. Karen stood frozen, her mouth open, unable to believe what was happening. The very receipt she thought would prove her right ended up proving her completely wrong. As the officers laughed, one of them even held up the receipt for everyone to see. It clearly showed that my wife had paid in full. The other officers shook their heads, still chuckling. Karen's face turned red with embarrassment, realizing she had humiliated herself in front of everyone. My wife just stood calmly, her arms crossed, her quiet confidence louder than any words could be. The police finally told Karen to calm down and stop wasting their time, and as they left, the people at the gas station smiled, knowing justice had been served. And that's how Karen's fake 911 call completely backfired on her. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable real-life moments.